Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to welcome you to my weekly Wildcard Wednesday video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are a little more technique driven, but nothing too complicated. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. For today's card, I'm featuring the Floral Frames stamp set, as well as the foliage frame framelit dies. These are new products in the catalog. It's on page 135, and you can get these as a bundle, so you can get 10% off. And there's a lot of versatility with this, and I am just going to show you one version. And the card, of course, for me, I like simple, but there's lots of technique in this card. So first off, I have a piece of Whisper White thin card underneath my stamp, and I am coloring with Berry Burst right now for, I think these are orange blossoms or cherry blossoms. I'm not 100% sure. They look to me like cherry blossoms, so I'm going with that. Now I have my Tranquil Tide marker as well, and I'm coloring in some of the greenery as well as the circle frame. Now I can see that you don't have to necessarily use the frame. I chose to use the frame this time around, meaning that I'm actually stamping within it, but I can see you know, like cutouts. There's so much you can do with this stamp set. I can't end, well, this bundle anyway. Trying to give you a couple of ideas, but I will stick to describing what I'm doing here. This is Granny Apple marker. Did I say that I was using Tranquil Tide marker as well? They go really well together. So I did give it the Breath of Life, and then I am going to stamp it on my Whisper White thin cardstock here. This is just a 5.5 by 4.25 piece of card. So now I have a little bit of that Berry Burst, and I've decided to stamp a couple extra flower blossoms. I'm using a little bit of masking tape or washi tape, and I'm running it through my Big Shot. How many times have you seen me do that? Not very many, hey? Thought I would give you a little bit of action in my video. So most of the time I cut it out, but today I decided to show you the old Big Shot. All right, so now I have a sponge dauber or a finger dauber, and I am using, this is Soft Sea Foam. So it's a very, very pale color. So I just wanted to fill in that circle, and I'm just doing it very, very softly, very, very gently. Nice. It just adds a little bit of interest inside that. Now, when you look at that card can be done. Really, you put a sentiment with it, it's done, right? So now, oh, and I just wanted to show you, I have a tendency to push the back of my ink pad so that it can get, I don't get ink on my fingers. Anyway, so I'm also using a sponge dauber here to ink up the inside of my blossoms. And the blossoms, like I said, I think they're cherry blossoms, so I'm going with that. So now I have just this is like a paper piercing mat, except I use my paper piercing mat from Stampin' Up! To stamp on. So this is just a cheap one from the dollar store. I have it cut down into a really usable size, and I can give dimension to my flowers. So this is my stylus that I score with, and I'm drawing little circles around the flowers to give them dimension. So I'm poofing them out a little bit. and dipping them in as well. All right, so now I have a watercolor pencil. This is Old Olive, and I'm going around the leaves that I did with Granny Green Apple, and I have decided to color them or colorize them with a watercolor pencil. Now I could have left it just like this and not gone in and activated that watercolor, but I decided to go for it. And this is a Wink of Stella that has been used up, and I have added in some water. I find the tip of it very, very sharp, so I'm able to go in to this these little leaves very quickly and accurately. And I activated the green and colorized the leaves. All right, so now I put I inked up the sentiment, which says, "Wishing you the best, love this font," and stamped it with archival black. Now the archival black is retired. You can use any black that you wish. I've used some Fast Fuse, which is also retired. I'm still going to use some of my products that are retired just because I'm not made of money. I have to, use them up. All right, a little bit of mini dimensionals on the card, and there's my share for today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.